Today we will be seeing the experiment related to the Kirchhoff laws. So there are two Kirchhoff laws. The first one is KCL, that is Kirchhoff current law, and the second is KVL, that is Kirchhoff voltage law. So first we see what is the statement of Kirchhoff current law. So Kirchhoff current law states that the algebraic sum of currents meeting at a junction of conductors is 0. Or we can say that the sum of currents flowing away from a junction is equal to the sum of currents flowing towards a junction. So as you can see in this particular figure, there is a junction. So this is the center point, and there are 6 currents: I1, I2, I3, I4, I5 and I6. So as you can see from the figure, the currents I1, I2, I3 and I4 are coming towards the junction, whereas the currents I6, I5 are moving away from the junction. So it states that the algebraic sum of currents meeting at a junction of a conductor is equal to 0. So here what we have assumed that the sum of currents, the sign of currents which are moving towards the junction, we have taken as positive, and the sign of currents moving away from the junction, the sign is taken as negative. So it can be seen clearly that the algebraic sum of all the currents, that is I1, I2, I3, I4, I5 and I6 is equal to 0 here, because I1, I2, I3 and I4 are coming towards the junction, so they has been taken as positive sign, and whereas the currents I5 and I6 are moving away from the junction, so they has been they has been given the negative sign. So the algebraic sum of currents is equal to 0. This is the statement. Or we can say that alternatively, the sum of incoming currents meeting at a junction is equal to sum of currents outgoing across a junction. So this is the statement. Now we will practically verify Kirchhoff current law through the practical experimental kit. So the experimental kit governing the verification of the Kirchhoff current law is in front of you. It consists a 3-phase variac. So this is a 3-phase variac which is used to vary the voltage across its range. The voltmeter is connected across the parallel of the 3-phase variac, whereas the ammeter is connected in series with the circuit. These are the 3 rheostats, 1, 2 and 3, which is given as in this experimental kit as this is rheostat number 1, this is rheostat number 2 and this is rheostat number 3. We have 3 ammeters here, A1, so this is A1, A2, this is A2 and A3, this is A3. So according to the statement, when we will give a single phase supply of 230 volts through this variac, a current start flowing in the entire circuit, which is measured by the current which is measured by the ammeter A1. Now this current will divide into 2 parts across the circuit, which can be measured by ammeters A2 and A3. So according to the statement, the current measured by ammeter A1 should be equal to the sum of currents measured by the ammeters A2 and A3. So this we will see practically, is it happening or not. So this is the experimental setup. As you can see, voltmeter is connected across the 3-phase single-phase auto transformer. The common of the voltmeter is connected to the common of the ammeter, whereas the range of the ammeter is connected across the terminal 1 of the rheostat. This is terminal 1 and this is terminal 2. Same applies for the rheostat 2 and rheostat 3. So as you can see, the second terminal of the first rheostat is connected to the, this is the second terminal of the rheostat which is connected to the first terminal of the second rheostat. Okay. And the first terminal of the second rheostat is connected to the first terminal of the third rheostat, whereas the second terminal of the third rheostat is connected to the common of the ammeter A3, and the range of A3 is connected to the range of ammeter A2, and the range of ammeter A2 is connected to the range of voltmeter. Okay, and there is a common point. The second terminal of the first rheostat is connected to the first terminal of the second rheostat. So this is the entire experimental setup. So these three rheostats are used for the variation of resistance in the circuit so that the current can be varied. The resistance can be varied through this particular knob. So as we move this knob, the amount of resistance which is inserted into the circuit varies, and therefore the current varies. Okay. So let's start. So remember students, this is ammeter A1, which is used to measure the total current in the circuit. This is ammeter A2, and this is ammeter A3. So these are the branch ammeters. So practically, or we can say according to the statement, the current measured by ammeter A1 should be equal to the sum of currents measured by ammeter A2 and A3. So let's start the experiment. We will switch on the MCB first, then we will switch on this switch. Now the three-phase variac. Now we will give a voltage of 230 volts in the circuit. So here we have two ranges, 500 volt and that 250 volt. We have used 500 volt range. So we will see the upper scale here. So you can see that so the voltage we have set up in the circuit is basically 230 volts. Now, as you can see, there are some readings in the three ammeters. So ammeter A1 will give the total current in the circuit, which is given as here. Here we can vary the resistance here. So yes, now you can clearly see that the reading given by ammeter A1 is how much? It is equal to 1.90, as you can see here, and we have written that here also in this circuit. And the reading which is given by ammeter A2 is equal to near about 0.80, and the reading given by the ammeter A3 is around 1.10. So it clearly, signifies that, as you can see that current I1 is equal to 1.90, which is equal to sum of the two currents 0.80 and 1.10. So which is equal to 1.90. So it is verified. Okay, that the sum of currents meeting at a junction, the algebraic sum of currents meeting at a junction is equal to 0, or we can say that the sum of incoming current towards a junction is equal to the sum of currents which is going away from the junction. Okay, so this is easily verified. Same goes for the other readings as well. If we vary the knob of this rheostats, the resistance in the circuit will get varied, and thereby the current in the circuit is varied. So this is the second reading. It can be inferred from this reading as well that the current I1 is given as 1.40, the current I2 is given as 0.60, and current I3 is given as 0.80. So it clearly, establishes the relation that the current I3 is equal to the sum of the two currents. The current I1 is equal to the sum of two currents I2 and I3. That is 0.60 plus 0.80 is equal to 1.40. Okay. So it clearly establishes or it verifies the Kirchhoff current law. So in the next experiment, we will take out the Kirchhoff voltage law. Thank you so much.